What?
Said that he began to walk away, what he's saying basically, and he was continuing to walk about 100 yards, but another officer.
Come on.
Right.
What was he doing wrong?
This was a stop for a stolen vehicle.
Right.
That he was outside. Apparently, it looks like.
But was he inside the vehicle at any time?
Today's case involves Mr. Watkiss, who's facing charges of evading arrest or detention after a traffic stop over a suspected stolen vehicle. The officer says he repeatedly told Mr. Watkiss to stop and put his hands behind his back, but he walked nearly 100 yards away before finally stopping when backup arrived. The judge now has to decide if there's probable cause to move forward. But along the way, there are unexpected twists, including Mr. Watkiss's attitude, his defense, and the judge's sharp warnings.
Mr. Watkiss, did you just get out of jail? Where did you think you were going today? To the beach?
No, sir. No, storage. They actually locked it from me, and we're transitioning from moving, so I didn't have access to any of my clothes.
Please don't come in clothes. It's very disrespectful. Okay? All right. In shorts, I mean. You're in shorts.
I literally had this on for the left.
Mr. Watkiss, you're charged with evading arrest or detention. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and any interviews. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you. Okay.
But this officer was the check by unit in uniform for a stolen vehicle call and arrived first at the scene. Suspect approached the vehicle to verify the license plate while defendant Watkiss was outside the vehicle. Witness officer confirmed the vehicle and told the defendant Watkiss to turn around and put his hands behind his back. Witness officer stated that the defendant Watkiss started to walk away from the vehicle, ignoring all his commands. Witness officer stated that he tried to grab the defendant Watkiss by the arm and the suspect pulled away, kept walking. Witness officer stated he again told the defendant Watkiss to stop walking away, but he refused to stop. Witness officer stated that the suspect walked an estimate of approximately 100 yards and stopped because he saw the other unit arrive at the scene.
What?
Said that he began to walk away, what he's saying basically, and he was continuing to walk about 100 yards, but another officer.
Come on.
Right.
What was he doing wrong?
This was a stop for a stolen vehicle.
Right.
That he was outside. Apparently, it looks like.
But was he inside the vehicle at any time? Watkiss.
I'll check it out, Coach.
Was he?
The license plate, that was via the license plate. He was outside the vehicle. Nonetheless, he was in the vehicle, just said he was outside the vehicle.
Was he standing while black? You know, I mean.
This.
Well,
Judge, the officer doesn't know how far away he can go up from the vehicle, life type, person of interest, but
Forget it. Forget it. I'll find no probable cause in your case. Be careful. You know, when you get into a pissing match with an officer, who's going to win? Right? Not only that, when you hang with dogs, you get fleas. So be careful who you hang out with. All right. Just go ahead and take your seat for me. We'll be back with you here momentarily, sir. You are charged of driving while intoxicated. Second offense. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You know, you just heard what I said to this other gentleman here. Life doesn't get easier. It gets a lot more difficult the older you get. And when you start racking up convictions, all you're doing is you're making the life even just more difficult. If you have a drug and alcohol problem, there are ways to address it. But when you endanger other people's lives, you may end up digging a hole that's so deep you will never crawl your ass out of. And you'll be stuck like Chuck in custody for the next 40 years. It happens time and again. If you don't believe me, watch the news. Every single day, someone dies from a DWI in our county. Yesterday, a construction worker. Take an Uber. It's extremely easy. They make it so easy that all you literally have to do is push one button. Because I'm going to tell you now, with your history, if you ever get pulled over and an officer smells anything funky, you're going to go down. And this time, it's out of my hands. From now on, you're in felony court. You're 2 to 10 at the penitentiary. Even the faintest smell of alcohol. Do you understand, Mr. Jaggers?
Yes, sir.
Somehow we have to get through to you. Hopefully it doesn't take the fact that you sit there charged with a 5 to life case because you've done something that just can't get out. Get a clue. You give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, these will go on your record. 1 and 1 are 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. A third, you're looking at 2 to 10 at the penitentiary. Do you understand?
Sir.
The rest of your life. What are you, 32 right now?
31.
31. You're going to be driving for the next 40 years. How do you plead to the offense of second offense driving while intoxicated? I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to 330 days in jail. I'll give you credit for the 113 days that you've done. I am going to suspend your license for 1 year. Do not drive until you get a license. What do you do for a living, Mr. Jaggers? How much money do you make a month?
0 right now.
I'm appointed to this case, Judge.
So you're working for free? What?
Yes.
I don't know. Well, why would we reward him? He was to obtain a device he just never did.
He doesn't have a vehicle, Your Honor. I was notified by pretrial yesterday that there was this BVR. Talked to Mr. Jaggers about it. He didn't have a vehicle, and by his account, that didn't have a vehicle. He didn't know what to do. But he's here today.
So you just do whatever you want? I mean, this is continue to happen over and over and over. I mean,
He spent, better part of 4 months, 3 months in jail, awaiting resolution of this case. He has done that time, Your Honor. He's working now. I really believe that to help him get better, he needs to put this behind him and get started with a new phase of his life.
Mr. Jaggers, I'm going to waive the court costs and I'll waive the DPS fine and surcharge. Just take a damn Uber, man. It's not hard. One button on your phone. All this could be avoided by hitting one button on your phone. All right. Good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.